Good afternoon and welcome to Copper Coins Coin Roll Hunt Reveal E459, a 1970D First National Bank of Omaha original roll. Hope everybody's doing well. Pardon me. Coin number 2 for the lucky coin. James Valley, Kevin Hawthorne, good afternoon. Freshly back from the fun show. Got all sorts of stuff going on at the homestead. I just had contractors leave. Yay. But had to do certain things to keep my house insured. Dan McCumber, how you doing, bud? Show was good. I didn't get as many coins as I wanted to get because I ended up buying rolls. One of them will be for sale tonight, a 48D roll. Really nice roll. So I only ended up getting maybe $150 worth of coins for myself. All the rest of the coins I got are for you guys. We'll give it a second, let people get in here, and we will get things going. Got a reveal show tonight. It's just me selling reveals tonight. I have 2006, 57D, 48D, and 59D for your enjoyment. Yeah, I agree, Dan. When I go to this show, you can get rolls, but it's usually a roll here and a roll there, and I just happened to bump into two people that had rolls. There was actually dealers that brought rolls. So we will go ahead and get started with coin number 1 for Mickey. Looking for double die obverses. Most of them, there's some RPMs. We're going to go a little bit larger. Most of them are bar 7s. There are some nice RPMs or bar Ls. There's one really nice double die on In God We Trust. We will look at the first 10 reverses or so. And the lucky coin's going to be easy today, because it is coin number 2 for Carl. All right, Carl. Same die pair as the last time, or similar. I don't think it is the same. Robert Bruce, welcome. Let me make a note about Carl. E459, Carl. But yeah, I've met a lot of nice people, a lot of new people. Ended up meeting up with Adam Connor. He's a viewer, been a viewer since this all began, I'm pretty sure. Had lunch with him, and then met a bunch of other people. Sissy wanted to meet up on Sunday, but we were all on our way home or gone already. Would have been nice to meet up with Sissy again. this is the same 2 die pairs so far. Got a little bit of an early start today. I got a lot of stuff going on here. Do plan on doing, I believe it's 802 and 803 from Chuck in the next couple days. Probably Wednesday. And then I will try to get those included. Hopefully I'll start sending packages out Thursday for everybody. When is the next mystery pull? I will go out on a limb. I'm not exactly sure, Southern Coin Hunter, but I will say that the next coin pull will be probably in a couple weeks. Chuck is out of town this week. I don't think he'll be back by Monday of next week. I mean, it's possible. I think he's supposed to get home like Wednesday or Thursday of next week. So it'll be after he gets home. Do know that he talked about it. And he talked about doing another waffles with syrup, or I'm not sure what he was calling it. Waffles. Yeah, waffles with syrup. Different die pair here. So I do know that he has plans for that. And I know if you're in the St. Louis area and going to the show, he will be at the St. Louis show. So reach out to him, and I'm sure if he can, he will do his best to meet up with you. Always good to put a face with a voice, or with a title. A couple of these I'm going to see the next time I get one from a certain die pair, maybe rotated about 10 degrees. Frosty had a great listen to part of it driving home. It had a great show with Adam Burke and Mike Nodelman. If you haven't watched it, go ahead and watch it. Nice. Is it that new DDO, Southern Coin Hunter? I know we've got one coming, and I see that James Wiles listed the same one we listed. His is already on his website. Ours will be up on the website in the next week or two. But there's a banging double die out there. Probably the best double die in many years. And if it is the VDDO1 or 1DO1, where did you find it at? What state? This is a different die pair. So far, I know of them being found in Louisiana, Georgia, and South Carolina. Mark Thomas, welcome. So those are where that nice DDO is coming from. Louisiana is one, yeah. Oh, a Southern Coin Hunter from Louisiana, Dan? I know I had some rolls that I know came from Georgia, and he lives here in Baton Rouge. Wow. Nice. Ah, nice. All right. Not too shabby. Is it the only one that you found, or did you find a bunch of them in a roll? Number 12. Found a second one last week. All right, cool. So they're around there. Dan, you need to get busy. Look at the reverse on this one. I think that's a new die. All right. No, I've searched about a half dozen 2024 rolls to no avail. I want one too, Dan. I'm just afraid that I'll do what I did on the 82 and 83 and 95, and that's search so many that I should have just went out and bought one in the first place. I think it is too. Now, whether it gets one will be hard to say because I'm actually not sure who's in charge of it anymore. Don't think Ken Potter has anything to do with it. And so I'm not sure how Whitman will go about adding or replacing things in the Cherry Picker's Guide from now on. But I agree with you. It is significant enough to go in the Cherry Picker's Guide. Like I say, in my opinion, it's the most significant find in Lincoln Cents. There's some good double dies, I guess, but not Class 1. That is the first Class 1, I think, since 95. And I'm not exactly sure how it worked like that. But it is definitely a rotated double die. Yeah, I literally, Mark, I bought one 2 years ago. And I'm glad I bought it when I did because they have literally tripled in price in the last 2 years. And mine is only red-brown, but it's a pretty decent red-brown. Same with the 84. I'll bet you, I'm not kidding. I could have searched thousands of rolls. Literally. There's doubling all over that coin. Yeah, the one I took pictures of was late die state. I would love to get one in early die state. I know that the one that is on Variety Vista is an early die state example. Ours is a late die state example. So that's neat to know that there's that many of them out there from early to mid-late die state. Actually, ours is late die state. I'm not going to pump it up any more than it is. Well, it can't be single squeeze and be Class 1, Dan. But you know what? They put that single squeeze to bed and said that if they needed to squeeze them a second time, they did. I don't remember when that came out. And then they said they rarely get $half dies done on a single squeeze. They've always continued to double squeeze $half. So I would imagine $half could be an untapped source for different types of double dies. Joe McBride, welcome. Good to see you here. Just got back from the fun show. Haven't been around a whole lot. Been running around getting a lot of stuff done. I just haven't had a lot of time. But it's just been crazy around here. I'm getting my pool resurfaced in the next couple weeks. Got to do that. Or my insurance won't cover it. Well, it's not just the new halves, Dan. It's halves in general. It was some press operator or something. He said that they were not just single squeezing. There was quite a few, and at the beginning, especially, the larger dies took more than one squeeze, but they really never made it to where the half dollars ever made it in one squeeze. And then I don't know this for sure, but I think that they've changed equipment, because it just seems like at the end of 2022 we started getting a lot more double dies. Now it could be operators. The people making the dies could have changed. Somebody could have retired and they just aren't as good at it, or something else, but we definitely started seeing a ton of double dies in 2022 forward. Nice. I got a soft spot. Well, I got a soft spot for everything, actually, but I look at half dollars. That was actually my plan to go to the fun show, was to search half dollars and quarters and dimes for my own collection. And it just turned out that I went there, and like I said, they usually don't have rolls. And lo and behold, there was quite a few deals. Matter of fact, I could have bought more rolls. There was actually, I saw a 39S roll and a 40S roll and a 40D roll. And I didn't bring enough money with me to buy them. I had only planned on spending between $500 and $800 at the show. And I spent that on the rolls that I got from the first two guys. And one of them, is a nice 48D roll. Real nice. Is it gradable nice? A couple of them could be, but it's nice. They're gonna blind the camera. They're pretty good. Got a 53S roll that's similar to that also. That's really super nice. Sweet. There are a couple good die clashes on the 80s. But usually the early 70s are the ones that got the really mega die clashes. Is there any type of doubling on the 64 Lincoln Cents? Oh, yes. There's a lot of Class 2. I believe there's Class 5. There's a lot of double dies in 64. There's some of the best double die reverses there are 64P. DDO number 1 and DDO number 2, I think it's FS 801 and 802, are just smoking. Yeah, I think that that DDR could be the best DDR in the series in 64. 83P is the best in the series. Who am I kidding? Circ 801. That's right. You were telling me about that, Dan. That is right. Coin 29 for Alex. It is, Dan. It is. And I've even searched circulated cents for that darn thing and never have found one. And if Mark is in here, I'm going to start working on your package again here, hopefully in the next week or two. I just get caught up and something seems to happen to take my time away. Darn insurance companies. Drummer Boy Clash. Really strong. Would that be from a 76 quarter, James Valley? That's true. And plus, some of them are so... the quality was low in 64 unless you get early die state. Coin 33. Carl. It's nice to get back under the microscope. I haven't looked at anything under the microscope since last week when I was attributing varieties. Matter of fact, I've got to check into that, where I left off at that. Had found a big stack on my desk, and all right, cool, Mark. Yeah, I haven't forgot, and I actually got it out and started like looking at them. I think I attributed 3 or 4 of them so far. And just wanted to let you know I didn't forget about you. And what I'll probably start doing is, as I get them done and labeled, I will start sending them back to you with your packages. You should be getting a package sent out any day now. There's a bunch, that's for sure. There is more than one Mint Mark style Petraeus. I'm thinking there's 2. There might be 3 still on 47. No, there's 3 on 46, 3 on 45. But they believe there is a sans serif, which means no serif. I don't think that is an RPM. I'm going to look at it with the loop. And the ball serif. Matter of fact, I'm going to check right now. Just because. All right, where are we going here? Where'd my list go? Huh, my list ain't coming up. Oh well, I'll have to check later. There was one. I know that James Wiles had one at one point, and then we made one that we were using just within, and it's showing that it's not there, and it was on a spreadsheet. But it's not working. I'm just wondering if Google Sheets might be down. But you're right. That's something that we need to put on copper coins for sure. Is Mint Mark styles. But I do remember sans serif on the 47S. And I remember the Mint Mark, the varieties we found were on the ball serif, I believe. Actually, there has to be 3 because there's ball, sans serif, and I'm not sure the other's name. Variety Vista still does. Okay, well, let me see if I can find it there. Don't see them. What the heck? Shows you how much I look for them there. Let's see. Maybe here. Well, I don't see it, Dan. Not that it's not there. It's just something that I don't have. Keep looking for the inverted S. Some, I believe they found a 45 that they, well, all 45s are inverted if I'm not mistaken, but it was punched properly. Inverted over, a regular over inverted. Color coded for rareness. Yeah, I don't see them. Let me look here. Oh, look at that. There it is. $47. Got one, which is trumpet tail. That's the one we found the RPM on. Sans serif. So there's two. Trumpet tail and sans serif for 47. You have to go into the double die section, Mark, and it was popped right up at me when I went in there. But I will be doing Chuck's 2 reveals. I think it's an 86D and 61D that he owes you guys. I got the stuff. I've just got to unpack it. And I'm going to get that done. And then I'm going to try to get everything that he has shipped off this week. And I should be shipping everything up to this reveal right here, $459. Some of you will have coins that are in process. Your earlier in-process coins should be coming back to you. I did a lot of work on those last week before the show. Well, before my microscope light burned out. That really threw a wrench into stuff last week. And it turns out that when you buy a 150 watt halogen, just a basic one, it's not as bright as the light they use at Amscope themselves. So the Amscope light, I had to buy 2 more of those so I have a spare. So literally spent $100 on microscope bulbs. 4 rolls. I got a lot of 64s. That's another one I've looked for tons, Dan. And I might even have 2 or 3 boxes of rolls from 64. And I've never had any luck. But boy, when you find something good in an original roll, it's really cool. You find something good. The original bulb lasted 18 months or so. This bulb lasted from March of last year. So 15 months. And the bad part is I have an extra. I just don't know where it's at. So now I have 3, but I know where the one extra I have. I've changed the bulb, and then I'm putting the other bulb that didn't work. It was, you could use it. I just couldn't take pictures with it. For just in case of an emergency, I've got that as an emergency piece. Oh, you do, Dan. That is a smoking DDR. That is really a nice one. Like I said, people should, and you don't hear people say, "Hey, I really want to find that one," like you do the 83, and it to me is pretty darn close. Both of them are pretty good. Yes, I can. That's for the S-mint marks. If you go into the double die section, it will show you all the mint marks. Coin 47, Dan. Yeah, the reveals will probably be kind of all over this week, depending on what I got going on. They could be, you know, a couple hours early. I might have to move them later, but I will get them done. You can't miss it, Dan, with that S, with that like scissors. It's like a pair of scissors on the bottom of it. I'll have to get mine out. Coin 49 for Stan. I actually tried to find a DDR number 2 at the fun show. That was actually one of the coins I was looking, so I could have both of them. And nobody I knew had one. Next coin, Taco John. Oh, last coin, Taco John. So nothing in this roll. This is always one of my favorite dates to look at. This 70p and 70s. But I want to, here, let me show everybody what we're going to do this week. We got a 2006P, a 57D pipe bomb roll, a 48D with this isn't taped, so you can just see that these babies are nice. They are really, really nice. And a 59D Fed Reserve Bank of St. Louis, Louisville branch. So that is what is being sold. Oh, it was beautiful, Doug. The only problem was we didn't stay long enough. I had commitments where I couldn't get there till Thursday, and I had commitments where I had to be home Saturday and Sunday. I was all over the state over the weekend. So, yeah, can't wait to go again. It's actually growing on me. The place is definitely growing on me. And I want to thank you again, for sure. And everybody, don't forget about the reveal show tonight. Those are the 4 rolls I'll be selling. Chuck will not be selling anything tonight. I will be the host. So I hope to see everybody there. You guys have a great evening, and I'll see you in the neighborhood.